Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a kind of somewhat interesting topic going on because I want to go and talk about this because we've actually had a very insane week. Now, every now and then I've been more focusing on the weekly recap stuff, but I don't want to do that in this video, although it kind of is, but it's on a somewhat different note, where we've actually had some pretty crazy restocks, at least in my opinion, for these past few weeks when it comes to the PlayStations, when it comes to the consoles, when it comes to everything. And this is also right after a really big, awkward 3.5 week lull where there really wasn't too much going on. There really wasn't too many restocks. There really wasn't too much anything going on. I was basically trying my best to poke Walmart or any console that we could any way we can. So I kind of want to talk about how the fact this past week has had some insane movement, how I kind of actually feel somewhat kind of hyped up for the future, and hopefully a lot of you guys watch this video actually might, hopefully get your consoles in the near future. So in my honest opinion, I'm kind of hyped up. I got a little hype up, just a little bit, just a little teensy tiny little bit. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place and watching all throughout the week. We've actually had a pretty good week so far. So thank you guys all so much for checking it out and chill. Hopefully a lot of you guys had a chance to get your consoles, and if you guys did, please send me a tweet or leave a YouTube comment. I'm going to probably love to go through all these ones in the first place as well. And on top of that, too, we actually might be doing a nice little vacation too as well. So we might have a few videos prepped and up throughout the weekend itself too, and we'll try our best to be on top of any restock news as we have a chance to see it. So be on the lookout for that the best we can. But as well, let's keep on checking the links down below. We have the Amazon links down below, the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, Webull and Coinbase down below, everything. the usual stuff, the how links, all that type of stuff, monitor links, everything down below. So as I mentioned throughout this video, we've had a pretty intriguing, at least in my mind, everything. We've had some pretty intriguing drops. We've had pretty big drops too. We've had a bajillion different PlayStation Directs, and I feel like that's a really good reference because with that, we've had multiple email invites even this week and last week. We've had a few public ones, which is also really great to go and see. And at the end of the day, I am just happy. I love seeing this. I love seeing Sony themselves. No bundles. I guess if you don't count the I don't really count that as a bundle. I guess you don't have to buy a weird game or whatever. I mean, I guess you do, but you know what I mean. But with the PlayStation Directs, we're seeing that, and we're seeing loads of stock, and those drops are ongoing for a while too. It's not like it's a 3-minute drop or a 3-minute restock. It's a pretty long restock. It's been going on. Some of those go on for an hour. Or if you guys look at say Walmart, some of the stock that was available when it comes to Walmart, they were up in stock for 2 hours. Now, there was a little bit of issues as we've covered on the prior videos and the yesterday, talked about yesterday and stuff like that. But dude, I mean, obviously the PS5 digitals, they usually sell out pretty quick for every drop. Target, Walmart, Amazon, or whatever. But say for Walmart, those, especially because of the fact there was 4 different consoles. You had the bundles, you had the Horizons, you had the normal consoles. All that put together, it was a really good drop. It was a really good restock. And I loved it. I loved seeing it. And I love seeing these drops going on for a longer time. And I'm not sure if this is just because Sony themselves, with that awkward 3-week lull, if that means that they just made and produced a lot more consoles, especially because we're seeing all the Horizon bundles going around and listings and everything and retailers and, even GameStop throughout this week had a chance to sell them. And that was up for an hour and a half, 2 hours too. And a lot of people, although there was a little bit of issues both on Walmart and GameStop, some canceled orders and stuff, a lot of people throughout this week got the successful console. They got the successful launch. And I love it. I love seeing it. I love seeing the vibes. I love seeing people get their consoles. And I think that kind of turns into maybe my next big thing is it does kind of seem like Sony themselves does kind of seem like they're making more consoles. It does actually seem like they're putting their money where their mouth is. And it does seem like it's making it a little bit easier to get these PlayStation 5s. So, as I mentioned, throughout this past week, let alone Amazon, that has their new systems trying to go and stop botters and stop scalpers, and ideally get more consoles available for almost all of us. That is great news. I love that. I love seeing that. That's awesome. Like I said, for Walmart drops, like I said, it was up for 2 hours. And I do think with them having 4 options now, it does kind of let people pick and choose. And as well, I do think it's kind of smart that they have the bundles, because I think it just kind of calms down scalpers, because they don't make as much money, and you have to kind of try to sell them the Horizon themselves, part 2. Basically, just no one, I guess, apparently wants Horizon Forbidden West, because Sony's trying to sell them, even scalpers having issues selling it, whatever. So with that, you have more options, so they kind of doesn't make say you have 50,000 consoles of every one of them for Walmart, or even for the PS Direct, or any drop you want to go and say. That means you can just go and divvy out more stock, and ideally you could probably even make more stock too as well, because you're selling bundles, you're making more money. And I love this. To me, this week was kind of a nice, almost revitalization. At some point, the PS5 restocks are going to end. We all know this. I even have some videos, I think, throughout for, my little Vegas trip, talking about the fact of, what I want to do next. I really want to make good gaming videos, obviously, and, make good stuff that you guys want. Maybe vlog or whatever. Do something besides, making so many videos I do every day. But for this, like, as of right now, with us seeing these PS Directs and the big boy retailers and like the ones we have that major focus on, the more consoles, the better. And I feel like we can almost even saw this too with the Xbox, where the Xbox like had like a huge, like, it was like still kind of rare, was getting scalped, and then it had a huge influx of a lot of drops, and then like the third party prices fell, and we just made, like, everything went good, like everything was fantastic. And then as they did that, we just, like, it just fell into place. Like, that just meant that, like, there was less scalpers and less botters, so they were making less money going on, and that means that there was more stock available, and then the drops were lasting longer, and then at some point the Xboxes just weren't selling out. And I know we're not at that point yet for the PlayStation 5. I know we're not, and I wish we were. We're so close. We're so close. Like, we still have, like, the fluctuation. People are still botting. People are still scalping. You know, it stinks, but it does happen. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm happy about this. I'm happy that we get to go and see this. I'm happy that we had so many smiling faces and people tweeting at me in YouTube comments getting consoles. And Sony themselves did say they wanted to sell, like, 18 million consoles. And that, like, I kind of didn't really believe them, because at that point, that was, like, throwing that, like, weird 3-week kind of drought before we kind of had, like, this past, like kind of revitalization for consoles. And with that, I was laughing at them. I was like, there's no way Sony's going to make that many consoles. There's no way. But so far, they've kind of been somewhat consistent, in all honesty. They've done a lot of drops, a lot of retailers, and more so, like I said, the PS Directs, which is probably one of the best things, because that's literally Sony themselves, on their own brand and on their own website, basically being like, hey, boys, we're doing this. Hey, you're getting your email invites? We're doing this. Hey, you're getting your public queues and open queues? We're doing this. And it does kind of make me happy, because this is how I feel like every restock past few weeks should have felt. This is how every single time, in my opinion, they should have felt. And in my mind, it almost makes me sad, because, like, the Xbox have been pretty chill. Like even the third-party scalping prices aren't even that big for Xboxes. They're still pretty readily available, you know? And, like, that's why I kind of wish we would be at the PlayStation. It's been, like, 20 months. Like, it's ridiculous in how long we've been doing these trackings and watching this stuff and everything. But, like, it makes me happy that we're pretty much, like, we're getting there. Like, people are getting their stuff. Because nothing makes me more sad than someone who's been like, oh my god, I've been waiting for, you know, the past 2 years to get my console, or my kid wants one, or, like, I'm a mom, like, what do I got to do? Because it's hard sometimes. Like, I know it is hard. Like, there's glitches, there's issues and stuff. It's not always a seamless drop. But I do think we have more of these really long drops, like that we had especially throughout the week. Like, the Walmart one and PS Direct ones are good examples. Although the one that was in stock the longest was the PS5 Disc Horizon bundle, which was probably the most made, and obviously highest prices too, which stinks. Like, if you don't want Horizon, you don't want the bundle. I mean, I get it. But, like, to me, that makes me happy. It makes me happy that we get to see these consoles. It makes me happy we get to rock this stock out. It makes me happy that a lot of us will hopefully get our stuff, and hopefully that means a lot of you guys will get your stuff sooner rather than later. And now, we've also even been seeing other stuff, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of walk-in news too as well. I'm going to try my best to update you guys the best I can on even walk-ins too. I know a lot of you guys get walk-ins. And as well, same with all the other confirmed drops too, because I have loved doing this. But then, it's going to be so nice too for me, because I might take a nice little break and might do a little Vegas stuff. You might see, like, maybe a Vegas vlog, or like a little Vegas pop-on, or even some stuff, maybe updates on Vegas itself as we go through it. But it's cool. Like, I really like that Sony's putting their money where their mouth is. I really like we're seeing consoles, and I really like that almost every big retailer had something going on throughout this past week, or past 2 weeks. Whether it's for, like, a restock itself, whether it's for rumors, whether it's for leaks, whether we're hearing information stuff and stuff like that. Like, it makes me happy to see. Like, I do genuinely love it. So, I don't know. Like, give me your thoughts. We also saw the State of Play 2 on top of that, so I've been kind of hyped up for all the games coming over there. Like, we're seeing PSVR news and leaks and stuff. Like, a lot of the stuff put together does make sense and does make me happy seeing. Like, it's kind of cool. So I don't know. Like, it's kind of nifty. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. I don't know. So hopefully this kind of continuation will keep on going. I don't really want to go deal with, like, some awkward, like, 1 or 2 weeks as well. Like, I don't want to have this awkward time where there's, like, we'll maybe see some stuff. Maybe we'll have to see. So hopefully we'll keep on seeing this coming. Hopefully Sony won't let us down, and hopefully Sony will let us make some cool videos, so I can be like, it's a confirmed restock tomorrow again, or more PS Direct drops, or more emails, or whatever it may be. I mean, also a God of War release date would be kind of nice, but that's just me kind of thinking that. But with all this stuff still going on in the weekend itself, this was a great week. So thank you guys for being a part of it and spending time with me, subscribing to my channel, watching the videos. I know I've been doing a lot of selling out too as well, with, like, the Amazon links and the Twitter and Twitch streams and all that stuff. Thank you guys even for letting me do that. The Weebles, the Coinbases, you know, everything down below. So we'll have a lot more videos throughout the weekend. Some might be pre-made. We'll kind of try to give you guys some updates ones as we can. And I appreciate you guys all so much as well. So you guys might just see me kind of floating around a little bit. So I love you guys all. I'll see you guys all soon. Have a good rest of your days, nights, whatever it may be. And I love you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching.